We often hear from parents that their children can read in their home language but are quite reluctant to open books in that language and prefer those in the school language. If your child is in that situation, you came to the right place because in this video we're going to talk about why this often happens and also give you some concrete ideas of fun activities that will help your child read more in your home language. Welcome to Activities for Multilingual Families, where we share ideas to help you foster your languages in a fun and compelling way.
When raising multilingual children, it often feels like a victory when they use the home language and a disappointment when they prefer the school language. The first thing to do is to stop putting their languages in some sort of competition. Each language helps our children develop their other languages, and for them to choose a book in the other language can have multiple reasons. They usually prefer to read a book in the school language because it's easier to read or because the book is simply more fun and interesting. They are more fluent in that language, and of course because they spend about 6 hours a day studying in it. So they're likely read, that's to say practice reading, a lot more in that language than in the home language. More fluent also means here that their pace in reading is faster in the school language than in the home language. And they know more words. When living in another country where the local language is not one of our home languages, we are naturally exposed to a lot more words and expressions in this other language than in the home language. And this will inevitably make a book in the school language for children much easier to understand and therefore more effortless and easier to enjoy. Reading is a very complex process. It doesn't come as naturally as speaking. We share links in the description to the Scaraborough reading rope to explain what is involved in the reading process. So, in a way, yes, it is understandable to be a little worried that our children don't read in their home language or not that much. Indeed, especially because we can't provide them with daily full immersion experience, reading is an effective way to let them explore the world in their home language. Now, the more they read, the more words they are exposed to, and therefore the more they expand their knowledge in the home language, which will lead them to eventually enjoy more books in that language.
As to explain, we mainly need to work on 3 aspects. Getting more practice in reading the home language, making sure that the text is level appropriate, and that the activity is motivating, compelling and comprehensible. So the main activity we'd like to share with you today is riddles. So just to clarify, a riddle is a question or problem that needs to be resolved.
Qui est l'animal est plus
Qui est l'animal? Non.
Sourd de
Comment
monde.
Comment j'ai dit?
Ouais.
Non!
Oui.
Non, c'est toi, vas-y, c'est bien. Vas-y, c'est toi qui lis.
Ça veut dire
Sur une pied, il est 2 kilos. 2 kilos.
C'est ça?
4 kilos, il fait le même poids.
Bah oui, j'avais raison.
It's because it has to, it doesn't have half, because it can lean on the side. When
Ouais.
you lean on the side, it gives more weight.
Exactement.
Papa. No, don't watch it! Je porte des lunettes, mais je ne vois rien. Qui suis... Attends, j'avais... Le nez! Oui.
As you've just witnessed, for my 7-year-old son, reading still demands noticeable effort. However, you have also seen how excited he is and eager he is to read. And this is because of the anticipated result. So on the paper, he had questions and the answers. And when he's reading the riddles, he can already imagine himself all smart and witty, reading or saying these clever answers that play on words. And you can also see that the pleasure is diminished when the answer is guessed and he doesn't get to say it. So when reading the riddles, my son practices his reading skills, but he's motivated by the outcome, and our reactions keep on encouraging him to read even more. Oh, and did you notice that when his older brother wanted to have him read, he just pushed him away? He wanted to be the one reading, and more precisely, he wanted to be the one who confused and amazed his parents. And the way he did that was by reading riddles. So giving a purpose to our children to read is what motivates them to do so when they're not that fluent in the language. And of course, it needs to be level appropriate. So the text shouldn't be too long, the vocabulary needs to be understood by our children for the best impact. And also what you can keep in mind is this ratio I mentioned already in the previous video, the 20-80 ratio. So 20% of effort for 80% of fun.
The older the children and the more advanced they are in reading your home languages, the more complex the riddle can be. In the same way, in order to encourage our children to read in the home languages, we need to make sure that reading is appealing enough so that the effort requested to read is worth it. In another video, we talked also about treasure hunts, where our children need to read clues to find the treasure, or blocks of games where they need to read the instructions to be able to complete the activity or game, are just two more examples to motivate our children to read in their home languages.
For more details and concrete examples of games to make reading fun, make sure to check out our books, The Toolbox for Multilingual Families and The Parent's Guide to Raising Multi-literate Children. You'll find the links in the description below. And also let us know how you found this tip and how you managed to motivate your children to read in your home languages.
And if you didn't do so yet, please click subscribe to be notified when we publish a new video.
君の言葉で楽しんでね。
Hab Spaß mit deinen Sprachen. Have fun with your languages.
Le nez.
Wow.
C'est en anglais aussi.
Ah bon?
I wear glasses but I don't see anything. Who am I? Because he wears the glasses like this on his nose like this, like a hat.
Oui, c'est vrai.